Hey guys, welcome to Living with the Grain. My name's Jared, and I am deviating a bit from the woodworking stuff on purpose. Uh, I have been challenged with a 7 day, 7 videos with a directive. I'm actually working a bit with a coach, likes to be guide. He likes the term guide. Uh, he's kind of we've kind of had a relation on and off for the last several years, and he's kind of in a place where I want to be in my life, and he's there. Like he's a step, maybe 2 steps above me, but he's not like Michael Jordan to a high school student. Real big difference. He's just kind of a few steps ahead of me. Um, but he's willing to work with me, and he said something about uh, helping me and working together. And my jaw dropped, yeah, when I heard this voice message, uh, because it blew me away. I was like, I really don't have anything out there. It's stuff I've been sharing with him and a few other people personally to get feedback and try to figure out what I need to work on or get better at, because we all have kind of our own blinders on. We can see ourselves and go, I did this perfect, I did this right. But when we listen back through a filter of feedback and not criticism, that's important. Feedback versus criticism, and understanding the difference between the two, we can realize what we need to grow or what we need to work on to grow. And this message is a lot more for guys hitting their 20s, growing into their 30s. I'm in my about to be closer to mid 40s, and the topic I'm really wanting to hit on is feeling like a fraud, feeling like I'm not good enough, like I'm not sure what I'm doing is going to leave a message, an impact, or even going to work. Why is that? Now, before I give you my answer for that, there's a podcast I listen to called Mindset Mentor, and they turn on this. Uh, they go through the psychological stuff, the deep dive, neuroscience. It's great. I like it. It's not something I'm going to do, but I appreciate the fact that they are doing it, and that's the reason I continue to listen to them. The podcast is Mindset Mentor. The host is Rob Dial Jr., and they were talking about this subject. And of course, it's much deeper, but I'm trying to make it more of an awareness of, I feel kind of fake doing this because I'm not comfortable. I don't feel good enough. I don't feel like I'm supposed to be doing this, in a sense of I don't have the great experience to say, hey, I'm this guy that's reaching out, trying to help people. Um, the truth of the matter is, we are good enough, we are capable, and the way they put this on the podcast, I think Mel was her first name. I cannot remember her last name. It was female, but she said, instead of the perspective of a fraud, think of it as you're a beginner. We all have to start somewhere, and this is me. I'm starting somewhere. I don't have this down. I just don't feel comfortable, but I'm working on it. Thing I don't even know the heck hashtags are supposed to do. I'm looking into it, I'm reading it, it seems simple, but I'll get there. I'll start understanding that more and more as I do it. And that builds two things. It builds confidence and competence. And there's a difference between the two, and they kind of go hand in hand. It's like you have to build one to have the other, and vice versa. So that's a different topic. The truth is, it's okay to feel like you may be a fraud at something. And I'm saying fraud in the sense you're not out to hurt someone, you're not causing fraudulent or doing fraudulent activities. You just kind of feel like, why am I doing this? But same reason for me, if I don't put myself out here doing something, which is actually woodworking, I find joy in woodworking, but I want to help people through the messages, not just the woodworking. And that's kind of where this is deviating, is he's challenging me to have these direct messages. So I'm working on that, trying to find a process that's a little bit more repeatable to do these things. And I'm out of my element. I'm very out of my element, but I'm okay. It's like I told him the other day, I'm not screaming, running to the hills, uncomfortable, but I'm not comfortable either. And I think that's a lot of it, is we don't feel comfortable a lot. So we do these things, like as we grow, we turn to things such as alcohol, working out excessively, just overworking ourselves. It's easy to be addicted to things, shopping, and we do these things so we don't have to feel. We don't have to feel whatever is holding us back, is hurting us, has caused us pain. And I guarantee you, there's probably a lot of us in the same boat that don't even realize that we're in the same boat, because we're not talking the way that we used to 20 years ago. We're on our phones, we're looking at social media, but not necessarily social media that's helping us grow. And, that's fine. Everyone has their thing, and they got it. That's not me. I don't want that. So if they figure that out, great. It's working for them. That's not what I'm here to stop. I'm not here to stop anything. I'm here to help people grow. As I am being challenged to grow, it's kind of helping evolve the message differently. 5 people can tell you the same thing sometimes, or tell a person the same thing about if they would adjust this part of their life, they could do so much more. Sometimes it's that 6th person or 7th where they take that sphere and they say something maybe about the same context of what the other 5 were saying, but they say it in a manner where that sphere just rotates enough for the person to get a glimpse and kind of have an aha moment. And that aha moment may be great. It may be the moment where everything clicks and they're able to go on and not feel not good enough anymore, like a fraud. They feel like they've got everything that they need to at that moment to figure out. And then about 6 months, sometimes 6 weeks, 3 days, we realize we're kind of back in that same, something's happening. I don't feel as good as I did. Oh, I need to do this. All that did was open up the scab. There's still some healing that needs to be done. A lot of people like to say it's the inner child. Sometimes it's just a trauma that's happened in a teenage year, early 20s, whatever it is. And we don't address the actual issue. We cover it up. And that's part of the sense of the fraud. That's kind of what I'm looking at. The good thing is we don't have to stay in that place. We can keep going. But we do have to start right where we are. We're right where we're supposed to be. We may not like where we are, but that's where we start taking our first steps. So with all that being said, I'm going to leave you with this thought is, guys, if you're in a relationship that you want to grow, harbor, you want to be better at something, and you're not sure how to get there, if you're angry at things in the past, look at where you're spending your energy. And I want you to start thinking about what you really want. Where do you want to be? How do you want to get there? But my biggest question is, who is the person you need to become to get there? And then start taking the steps to work on becoming that person. And eventually, after step, you'll get there. It takes time, it takes patience. And I'm working on that a lot. That's kind of my little thing right now, is I'm exercising patience like crazy. But that's what the universe, God, the world is trying to tell me. But I had to get past a lot of this anger and everything to start hearing it. So again, the thought I'm leaving you with is, who do you need to become to get where you want to be? So take that and think about it, and I hope you guys have a great evening.